So now we're on to homework 2, and this is the first time that we're going to see the zero product property. And so all the zero product property is saying is that you are finding a number that makes the equation or the function turn to 0, right? So here we have a lot of factored expressions. They're not multiplied out, so it's easy to use the zero product property because we can figure out what makes these factored expressions 0. So for example, if I had x plus 5 times x minus 6, and I'm trying to figure out using the zero product property what makes this true, well, I'm going to set x plus 5 equal to 0, right? And so you can think, okay, well, what plus 5 gives me a 0? And so my answer is going to be negative 5, right? So if that comes to you and you're like, okay, well, negative 5 plus 5 gives me a 0, I don't even need to use algebra, great. If you need to use algebra, right, to undo subtraction, or to undo addition, we do subtraction, right? So that plus 5 is now being subtracted, and we end up with 0 minus 5. 0 minus 5 is just negative 5, right? So our first 0 is x equals negative 5, and our second 0, let's see, we're going to add 6 to both sides because the opposite of subtraction is addition, right? So negative 6 plus 6 becomes 0. 0 plus 6 just becomes 6. So I'm left with x equals 6. So these are two solutions to the zero product property, right? So we're using that just to basically see, okay, well, what would make this equal to 0, right? And so if I plug in a negative 5, negative 5 plus 5 is just 0, and 0 times anything gives me a 0. If I plug in 6, 6 minus 6 is 0. 0 times anything just gives me a 0. So I know that these two work.